Next, we are going to code the create category function, saving details of a new category into the database. So when the users enter all the details and click the Save button, the application will save all the details of the category into the database and display the successful message like this. The category has been saved successfully. And for the category images, we will store the images under a separate directory, category images. Note that this directory is outside the Xiaomi backend project directory at the same level as the project Xiaomi backend and Xiaomi frontend, because the category images will be used by both the backend and frontend applications. And similarly to the users photos, for each category we will create a separate directory with the name is the ID of the category and store the image inside this directory, and we keep only the most recent image in each ID folder. Come back to the project, and in the category controller class we need to implement a new handler method for handling the form submission of the category form. So we use the post mapping annotation with the URL is of the form here slash categories slash save here, save category, and we need to declare a variable type category to map with the category object in the form category here. And for handling the file upload in the form, we have input type equal file here for uploading the category image. So we need to use this annotation request param, and the name of the parameter is file image here, and then the type is a multipath file. Okay, and in this handler method we return a string for the redirection to the category listing page. Redirect categories, and get the file name from the multipath file object. String file name equal we need to use a string ut class from Spring ut from Spring here to clean the path here from the multipath file. Get original file name, and then we set the file name to the field of the category object. Set image here, file name, and then we call the method of the category service to proceed the category object into the database. So in the category service class, you need to write a new method, public category save category here, and for now just delegate the code to report save here. And later we need to update this method, and because the business for saving a category can be more complex. Okay, and then here we call service save category, and it returns the saved category object. So from this saved category object we can get the ID of the newly created category to create the image directory for this category. So here we declare the upload directory is slash categories slash image, category dash images, and then followed by the ID of the saved category. Get ID. And then we call the method of the file upload ut class here to save the file, passing the upload directory, the file name, and the multiple file object. Okay, and because we need to create the category images outside the project directory, so we need to use the two dots before the slash here, indicating that the parent directory of the current directory. So the category images directory will be at the same level as the Shopme backend and Shopme frontend directories. And add throws declaration here. And let's see the save file method here. You see, if we create the upload directory, if not exist here. Okay, so save all the changes and we are ready to test the create category function. Here we go the categories listing page and click the new button here to create a new category. We create a new category named books with alias books and choose the parent category is no parent, so it will be the top level category, and choose an image file to be uploaded. Here I choose a books image here. You can get the images under the resources section of this lecture and check the option enable status here. For now I test the validation error message of the form. Okay, books. Okay, and click save. We got an unexpected error. Let's see what the error is. Field error in object category on field image. Okay, let me see. Field error image, category form, image, category controller, category form, file image. Sorry, the name of the input is should be file image to differentiate with the hidden field image here. Okay, and test again. Categories, create new books, click save, and we got the category books created without the validation for the category image. So we need to add the required attribute for the input type equal file here. Require. Okay. Let me check the database. Select rows from the categories table, and we got the new row books inserted here. Now let me delete it. Delete. Apply, and test creating the books category again. Refresh the listing page and create new books. Click save. And you see it is required to choose the image file of the category. So I pick the books icon here, enable choose, and click save. Okay. And you see the new category books got created here. And let me check the image uploaded in the file system. So open the project directory from the properties here. Click here. And you see the category images directory created here. It is under the same level, under the same directory of the Shopme backend and Shopme frontend. And you can see the ID of the category ID 12 here, and the image books got uploaded here. So far so good, right? And ID 12 is ID of the newly inserted category books here. And you can see the value of the parent ID is null here because books is a top level category. And you can see we have the 11 file here that was created in the previous test. So delete that. Okay, and now let's update the code to show the successful message. So in the listing page here, we need to have a deep section for displaying the successful message. So we can copy the code snippet from the user's listing page here, this deep section, just above the form here. Okay, and in the controller class here, we need to have a reference to the redirect attributes. Redirect attributes here. Yeah, redirect attributes. And before returning to the view, we set message redirect attributes add flash attribute with the name is message. Let's change the name here. That's RA, and the message is the category has been saved successfully. Okay, that's it. Okay, save the change and we test again. Create a new category, and this time I will create a subcategory under computer components here, and the category name is internal hard drive here, and the alias is hard underscore drive, and choose an image file. I want to test the validation of the image file size. As you see in the category form, we reuse the code of the common form JavaScript here. Let me open that JavaScript file common form here. Previously, we specified that the file size must not be greater than 1 megabyte here because we need the image quite small, so we need to change this file size to make sure that the user won't upload file size larger than 100 kilobytes. So I will change the message here. You must show an image less than 100 kilobytes and change the number here. So the number here should be 1024 and 1100 here. This is bytes in 100 kilobytes. Okay, save the change and we refresh. Categories new. Okay, the category name is internal hard drive. Hard drive. And the parent category is computer components, and choose an image file. We choose this hard disk driver with the size is larger than 100 kilobytes. And you see we got the validation error message. You must choose an image less than 100 kilobytes. Perfect. So I choose another image here. Okay, and you can see now we got the thumbnail of the image appears here and enabled here, and click save. We got new category inserted here, but we don't see the successful message. Let me see why. In the categories here, sorry, my mistake. We should put the deep section in the category listing page. Category listing page here. Okay. Now let me check the file system, and you see a new directory with the name is 12 here, and inside that we have the image here. Perfect. And in the database we have a new category, hard driver, with ID 13, and you can see the image file name here. And oh, somehow the parent ID got null here. Let me check in the form view page source to see the code of the drop-down list categories. Oh, we got no values for the option here. That's why the value of parent ID got no. Let me check. Oh, I see. It's because in the category service class, list categories used in form method here, we just create a new category with the name without ID. So here we need to also pass the ID. So we need to have another constructor here that takes a name and ID and name. Okay, so update the code, create a new category, passing the name and ID of the subcategory here. Category get name. Okay, so it's better to write a factory method here. Public static category copy ID and name, and the parameter is the category object here. So here we return a new category object. No, we create a new category object here. Category equal new category, and set the ID and name. Set ID category, get ID category, set name category, get name, and then we return the category object here. Copy category. Okay, then here we can use the factory method, so we have better meaningful name. Here we need to update, add new category. Here we replace this by category, copy ID and name from the category object here. And also here we need to copy category and name. Here we need to have another factory method that takes ID and name. Okay, so copy and paste and modify here. Copy ID and name, integer ID and name here. Set ID here, ID and set name here. This should be copy category. Okay, and here category, copy ID and name, passing the ID of the subcategory, get ID and name here, because the name here includes the dashes here. Okay, and we do the same for this here. Name and subcategory. Okay, save all the changes and test, refresh the new form. Okay, and view page source. Okay, now you can see we have the values for all the categories in the drop down here. Perfect. Now we are ready to test, create another category. This time I will create a category lens alias lens is here, and the parent category is cameras here, and choose an image file. Lens is here, enable show and save. Okay, and we see the successful message. The category has been saved successfully, and you see a lens is appear here. And let me check in the database. Now we got a new row, lens with ID 14, and you can see the value for its parent ID is now 6, which is the ID of the camera category here. Perfect. And let me check in the file system. Here we got the new folder 14 with the category image lens is here. Perfect.